All right, recontinuing because the last video's memory ran out and I had to make more space on my phone, so let's continue. Isaiah 13 verse 14. And it shall be as the chase roe a female deer like a doe, and as a sheep that no man taketh up, they shall every man turn to his own people and flee everyone into his own land. So everybody in America that's not from America, not everybody, but a lot of people who are from different countries in America are going to flee back to their own country. When they see the sign of the economy collapsing more and more, and the dollar in America demeriting its value to a lesser value than it once was, they're gonna head out in a high number. Not all of them, but a certain portion of them. A lot of them are already doing it. They're going back to the country. They're going back to India. They don't see too much money in America no more. They can't get in where they fit in. You got a lot of Caucasians who are going back to Europe, going back to Italy and France, and they're going back to Germany and Romania and Bulgaria. They're going back to Africa. They're going back into the Middle East because the money is not the same no more. The American dollar is their valuing and demeriting to zero on this amount of value. So guess what? That shows you that the end is near. It is very soon. Verse 15. Everyone that is found shall be thrust through, and everyone that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword. The them is referring to Caucasians. The joined unto is referring to all you people who are not Caucasians, especially you so-called blacks, especially you so-called Hispanics, especially you so-called Native Americans that are juiced in and are tied with the Edomite Caucasian system of working here in America. You want to be joined unto him in a network and work. You're his friend, your buddy and all that shit, man. The Lord is going to destroy America and bring this white supremacist structure out of power. And you simple Negroes and simple Latinos and simple Native Americans want to still try to be successful in America, live the American dream, uphold this wicked ass man society where basically you're a minimum wage making slave. And I don't give a damn you make $15, $20 an hour, man. You still ain't making shit. You still ain't getting much out of it, man. Look at the rest of your people that's working their 9 to 5 and making about $7 an hour. That's the bulk of you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Some Latinos, especially the so-called Mexicans, the tribe of Issachar, they're lucky to make goddamn $20 a day working labor ready. So the condition you people are slaves here in America, man. And the ones that have so-called made it, like 9/10 of y'all, I'm just taking a speculated guess. 9/10 of y'all are homosexuals, and they're the so-called woman of the nation of Israel. They're the nigger so-called woman. They're the Hispanic so-called woman. They're the Native American so-called woman, predominantly the nigger so-called woman and the Hispanic so-called Israelite woman. And basically, they're all juiced in and intertwined in this wicked-ass American society. And guess what? Like Elder Tazadakba in the GMS main camp said a few years ago, in order for you so-called black and so-called Hispanic women to succeed in Esau, the so-called white man's corporate America, if you want to succeed, you got to succeed. If you want success in this society in corporate America, you have to suck and have sex. And we know how low down, dirty scoundrels you so-called black and Hispanic women are. It used to be to where the known thing was that white women were the biggest sluts on earth. Now that's being surpassed by you so-called black and so-called Hispanic women. You are now the current biggest sluts on the face of the earth. You so-called black and you so-called Hispanic women. I don't see white women outside the club half dressed goddamn every single night of the week. I see you so-called black and so-called Hispanic women. And the Bible prophesied that the Most High foretold you whores were going to do that, man. And now the Most High, he's going to judge you so-called black and so-called Hispanic women for your whoredom and your goddamn wicked iniquities, for being whores and shaming the men of your nation. When you so-called black and so-called Hispanic women come out to the clubs every night of the week and you showing your ass and your titties more worse than a goddamn so-called white woman, guess what? You make your men of your nation, of your race look bad. From your fathers down to the men that be lusting and chasing your ass all the goddamn time, man. You know? I don't gotta chase no woman. Either I snatch her up, say, you got a man, what's up? You know, grab the broad up. I'm not gonna be on no simp shit. And that's how it is. So even more so embarrassed looking is the Israelite man. You go to these nightclubs at nighttime, man. Not in, you don't gotta go inside. You can stand outside it and see the simplicity of the simpism from black and Hispanic men. They be talking all this soft game to these females and shit, like bending to their whim, and talking. You can. They're suppressing how they truly want to be talking to them broads, talking all nice to them, basically sucking up to them and shit, man. Majority of the time when I talk to a female, which I don't really talk to females like that often, females, they come and talk to me mostly, not to boast or brag, but that's just the truth though. Because I don't like to engage with talking women and shit, man. I feel that a woman should really come to you. All right? You see that right there? That's exactly what the hell I mean, man. All right? But you can see that every night at these damn nightclubs, the so-called black and so-called Hispanic so-called woman being a bunch of wanton, lascivious, lustful, dirty, thirsty, famished, goatchy, attention-hungry whores and prostitutes. All right? Verse 16, their children also shall be dashed to pieces before their eyes. Their houses shall be spoiled and their wives ravished. That's going to come in a time of martial law. But martial law sets in, it's going to draw all the whole entire United States of America. And guess what? Martial law going to be out here in Miami too. South Beach, Mid Beach, North Miami Beach, Miami the city. There's going to be martial law all around this place. You're going to have the stormtroopers, the Gurger troops are going to come in. All right, because the elites, they have the stock that's owed by the American citizen population. To them, America is currently $17+ trillion in debt. Who do they primarily owe? They owe the elite private bankers who have interest in this debt within the American government. They owe China. They owe these Arabian nations, etc., etc. So when they want to come and extract their debt, they're going to send in these hired mercenary contract groups, international police, all right, Interpol, all right? They're going to hire them to come from different countries, like Russia, like North Korea, like China, to come and go ahead and put in captivity all you Americans. To kick down your doors, to come in your house gunpoint with assault rifles, to tell you to load up in the car, the van, the truck, or the train, and to haul your ass off into a concentration, death, and torture center camp, man. That's what they're going to do. That's what's coming to America. Police state, state of emergency, martial law. Full-fledged in this country. And that's part of the biblical prophecy. Because the Most High not playing, man. He's going to bring heavy torture to you people in this place. And in certain parts of the globe, man. Hell, all around the whole entire planet. But America's going to be put into heavy martial law. You're going to be put inside them concentration camps. You're going to be tortured. They're going to say, are you going to accept the RFID microchip, the 666 mark of the beast, which is the RFID microchip? And if you say no, they're going to start torturing you to see if you're going to accept it or not, which you're supposed to say no and die if you have to not accept the RFID microchip. All right? And if you give up, if you succumb to it, you're going to accept the RFID microchip. And the Most High is going to put you to death through the ultimate death, the nuclear destruction, the second death, which is by fire in Armageddon, World War III. All right? But if you don't succumb to it, you don't agree to accept the microchip, and they torture, they chop your limbs off, etc., 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 man. Waterboard you, all those torture methods. If you deal with the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, asking for mercy, man, to the Most High, that you don't give in and don't accept that RFID microchip, which is the 666 mark of the beast, then the Most High is going to preserve you, and ain't you get put to death. He's going to preserve your spirit, I'm referring to send you back down here when Yahweh Shai, who the royal English called Christ, is sent down here to fully get ready to take down this Edomite established government of white supremacy, man. And the Most High is going to basically take this planet back. After the set amount of people who are going to set the RFID microchip, accept the RFID microchip, which is the 666 mark of the beast, then the end is going to come. Then the missiles are going to fly. Then we're going to have World War III in this place. All right? So let's continue. It says, the children also shall be dashed to pieces. Their houses shall be spoiled, which means to be robbed, by those martial law stormtroopers. Their houses robbed, doors kicked in, the people robbed, they're sent to the concentration camps. And it says, their wives ravished. What the word ravish means to be raped. They're going to take their wives and rape them by force. That's biblical prophecy. That's what to come here to America. The Most High is going to cause tragedy, calamity, horror, torture, and death in this place, man. That's what's coming to America. America has nothing but that coming to it, man. America's sentence is death and destruction. That's what the Lord is about to do. The Lord has prophesied this place is going to be destroyed for all its wickedness, all its atrocities, all the sins that is allowed to go on daily in this place. And that's how it's going to go out, in pain and suffering. Because what the hell you think sins is, man? Nothing but pain and suffering in your flesh. By you commit sins, you making your flesh suffer, man. You making it hard for the Most High to keep your ass alive when you're supposed to be put to death when you commit certain sins unto death. Let's read on. It says, verse 17, behold, I will stir up the Medes against them, which shall not regard silver, and as for gold, they shall not delight in it. Which means what? That when the stormtroopers come in and kick in your doors, they're not going to regard gold, not going to regard your silver, not going to regard your worthless FRNs, your fiat currency notes, your greenbacks. The American dollar is going to be devalued and demerit to zero. So if you got gold and silver, they're still not going to give a damn. Stormtroopers going to kick in your door. They're going to drag you out your house 3 a.m. in the morning, butt-ass naked. They're going to put you on a van or a truck or a train and haul your ass to the nearest detention center, the nearest concentration camp to torture you in a trial of whether they're going to accept that 666 mark of the beast or not, which is the RFID microchip. That's what's going to come to America. That's biblical Bible prophecy. And every day you see in the news, every single day. You see in the news every single day, right? That they have the RFID technology being more pushed out there. They say currently now you have over 10,000 people that accepted the RFID microchip, which again is the 666 mark of the beast. When you read Revelation the 13th chapter, it says there is a mark that you shall receive in your right hand or forehead if you accept that mark of the beast. The word mark in Greek is the word charagma, which means a cut or an incision. It means in cut or an incision in Greek. The word mark is cut or an incision. What's cut and put into you as an incision? The RFID microchip, because it says that same mark, you cannot buy or sell with the mark. All right? Now, for an example, you got debit cards, credit cards, you got even gift cards, hell, even stamp and EBT cards. They all have what inside of it? They all have RFID microchips, which allows the capability of contactless payment. Because that microchip is able to send a sequence code, an electrical sequence code to the satellite to take off whatever amount of cash or currency, digital currency, you have in your account. So with the RFID microchip, you can allow to buy or sell with that, man. You can allow it to buy or sell. You can allow it to buy or sell, man. All right, I'm just wondering what the hell is going on. I see a commotion over there, a ruckus. All right, Levi out there tense because he backed into his taxi cab, man. Levi finna do some Haitian martial arts on his ass. But anyway, all these cars have the RFID microchip inside of it. It allows for you to buy and to sell. It has contactless payment inside of it, man. Or it allows the capability of contactless payment. And that's why it said Revelation 13 chapter, the mark can allow for you to buy or to sell. Because when the dollar in America has no more value, they're gonna start using the RFID microchips. And they're not gonna have it in a debit card or a credit card. they're gonna have it inserted into your right hand or into your forehead. So you could just scan your forehead. If you're an amputee, you don't got no arms, or if you got your arms, or at least one arm, you could go ahead and use that arm, that hand, to basically go ahead and scan it and make your purchase. That's what's about to go down here in America. Concentration camps, the trial for the 666 mark of the beast, which is the RFID microchip, and all-out hell, chaos, torture, calamity, distress, confusion, and destruction. Predominantly unto the wicked. You're going to have some of the righteous tried by it. Some of the righteous men of the Most High are going to be tried, even unto death. Certain men are going to be tried unto death in those camps, and then even in other situations where they might even have to lay their life down for a fellow brother that's teaching, a fellow Hebrew Israelite that's teaching the sound doctrine. We say that with more structure to it, more comprehensible structure. A brother that's pushing the sound doctrine from GMS, a Hebrew Israelite that is, which only Hebrew Israelite could teach the sound doctrine. If you're a teacher from GMS, you can't be a Muslim or Christian and all that nonsense, right? All right? Nothing but confusion out here, man. Okay. Calm down, Levi. Hey, your family, man. Haitian, your Haitian family, don't argue, man. Don't argue. You know, you get your money, man. Boy, man, Levi be something else when they get mad. That machete probably gonna fly out soon. But anyway, all right, that's what you got coming to America. I just want to do that example because you had some imbeciles, some young black females with colorful dye in their hair down there that stopped right here for a moment and was listening. So I got the word out about the RFID microchip. Now they understand and know what that is, you know. Next time someone come, I'm gonna communicate with them. I see them looking, they want to ask a question. Cause you had some dude that looked like he could be an Israelite from the Caribbean, like a Trinidadian or something. I don't know, man. You know. Probably should have asked him what's up. But I hate getting off topic. Unless it's absolutely necessary. All right. So reading on Isaiah 13. Verse 17. Behold, I will stir up the Medes against them, which shall not regard silver, and as for gold, they shall not delight in it. The Medes are the Russians. That's another word for Magog in the scripture, which is Russians. All right. Verse 18. Their bows also shall dash their young men to pieces, and they shall have no pity on the fruit of the womb. Their eyes shall not spare children. The bows, the modern day bows, are the missile silos, and the arrows are the nuclear missiles and warheads. All right. Isaiah 13 and 19. And Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of Chaldees' excellency, shall be as when the Most High overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. Because America is the new modern day spiritual Sodom and Gomorrah. Just a bunch of homosexuality, lesbianism, pedophiles, bunch of people having bestiality with animals in this country, man. We talk about it all the time in the Midwest, how them Caucasian and white people out there, which I don't know if they I know there a lot of them are Edomites, but you have some weird ass Jakes too. They look like devils. And even Jakes that look like niggas. And especially Jakes among the Latin tribes. They be having so-called sexual intercourse with animals, man. They say that's heavy out there in the Midwest with those farm animals. The cow you get your dairy from out there will be given sex to by some goddamn farmer, man. They be having sex with the goddamn cow or the horse. You might be eating beef and a man has sex with that same beef that you eating and shit, man. So this place is Sodom and Gomorrah all over again. This is the reincarnation, the spiritual invigoration of Sodom and Gomorrah all over. America is the new Sodom and Gomorrah. Bunch of sluts and whores, bunch of prostitutes, bunch of homosexuals and lesbians, bunch of sick, perverted, sexual deviated freaks. That's what's here in America today, man. The new Sodom and Gomorrah. All right. So it says, Isaiah 13:20. It shall never be inhabited, neither shall it be dwelt in from generation to generation. Neither shall the Arabian pitch tent there, neither shall the shepherds make their abode there, but wild beasts of the desert shall lie there, and the houses shall be dull, Salakia, and the houses shall be full of doleful creatures, and owls shall dwell there, and satyrs shall dance there. So basically what that's referring to, man, is when the nuclear missiles blow up America, guess what? When nuclear missiles blow up America, it ain't gonna be nothing but a desolate wasteland. A desert all throughout the United States. It's gonna be a deserted land, a desert, once the nuclear missiles have their way with this country and blow it to smithereens, blow it to kingdom come, blow it into naught. A fury flaming destruction of naught. That's what's coming to America, destruction. How wicked it is here, man. It may seem like a line of opportunity, but it's a line of wicked opportunity. You see wickedness in public, and it's a lot of more wickedness that's behind closed doors in this country, man. All right? And all the animals that are just listed are animals that live in deserts, because America's going to be turned into a desert once it's destroyed. That's going to happen to America. God ain't happy with this place. You got Bruce Jenner running around talking about he's a woman, but he was born a man. And his mom gave him a man name, but he called himself Caitlyn Jenner. That's how you know America's going to be destroyed. That's being accepted on a massive scale now here. This total ass backwards confusion of the natural order the Heavenly Father set, man. That's how you know we at the end, because now it is accepted. In every single state in America, you can have gay and lesbian marriages. This is how far America has went down the drain. And America was so-called founded as a Christian country. Ronald Reagan said the Bible is the rock of this land. But not no more though. America was founded off slavery. It was founded off killing millions upon millions of innocent Native Americans. And then building the land up over here to so-called be of people who land is not originally theirs. So you know what? America is a wicked ass place in general. And it's not the place that everybody think is good. Yeah, you can come here and make money. That's true. But it still don't amount to all the wickedness that's been done here, and that still goes on. God ain't gonna just look at that and say, okay, well, people are living here, they're living. Nah, man. What did God do to Sodom and Gomorrah? He got Lot and his daughters out of there, and he destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah. He destroyed it, and the place turned into sands, into salt soaker pits, because it was so evil in that place, man. All right? It was filled with 2/3, like it says on that card laser plate right there, so to speak. All right, but only 1/3, the 144,000, are going to be granted mercy. The ones with the 4 on them, man, the ones with the 4 in that spirit, that spirit of mercy on them. All right, because they're going to perpetually be saved. They're going to be given salvation. Isaiah 13 and verse 22. And the wild beasts of the island shall cry in their desolate places, and dragons in their pleasant places. When it say dragon, all right? When it says dragon, when it says dragon in the scripture, it's not referring to an actual dragon with wings that shoot fire out of its mouth. When it says dragon, it's referring to Komodo dragons, all right? Lizards, giant, great lizards, all right? So let me read on. It says, and dragons in their and dragons in their pleasant, damn, that cigarette smoke, man. And dragons in their pleasant places, and her time is near to come, and her days should not be prolonged. So America's days are not going to be prolonged anymore, man. America is kaput. It's soon to go and belly up. Its economy, I mean, the morals are going to this place. The stability is going to this place. People being killed. Ain't no justice. Ain't no peace. America's through. It's finished, man. 500 years of this bullshit. 500 years of this wicked, unbalanced nonsense. This biased-ass nonsense. It's through. It's done. It's going to be all-out race war in the streets of America. It's going to be civil unrest. The economy is going to crash. It's going to be no more food being imported or produced in America. People are going to kill each other for the last amounts of food in grocery stores. And every grocery store only has a 3-day supply of groceries in America. This place is done. It's through. America's over with. Every country hates America. Because they're always sticking their noses in every other country's business. They're always laying war in every country and saying, oh, there is a tyrannical ruler in that country. We have to take the country down. We have to take the current government in that country down. But a lot of the times, people in that country says they're satisfied. That's a goddamn lie. They're just lying and using a BS justified reason to invade that country and to start bringing the same immorality that's here in America there. Like in the Middle East, the women are in order. You don't got women committing adultery like that in the Middle East. They're in order. But in America, you could be a so-called married woman and freak off on your husband. You could be dealing with another man's wife in America. That barely goes down in the Middle East. So why are they taking over the Middle East now? I ain't lifting up Islam because Islam is a farce. Islam is not true. The Bible is the truth, not the Quran. All right? But I'm telling you the truth with this, though. At least in their country, they keep the carbon copy of the Most High's laws, like adultery, no homosexuality, no lesbianism. They uphold certain laws. So that's why the so-called white man is in their countries, taking them down to bring forth the same BS laws or legality rules that is here in America to corrupt the moral value and compass in those countries. They're becoming an example of why America's going to be destroyed, like Japan, for instance. Japan is messed up. Japan is heavily under American influence. You can buy a goddamn thong in a vending machine. A thong is woman apparel in America, slut apparel in America. You all right, man? You okay? What's up with you? You got a question? So why you so close, bro?
I just want to listen.
What's your nationality?
Me, I'm a New Orleanian. I'm American.
No, what's your ethnic nationality? I'd rather say.
I'm from New Orleans. I'm a Creole. What you?
You're a Creole, so what's your last name?
Norman.
How you spell that?
N-O-R-M-A-N-D.
Norman. So you're Creole descent? So your forefathers were the Creoles who settled in New Orleans, or that were produced in New Orleans by free men of color that came from Haiti, and they came to New Orleans with the Frenchmen. Listen, they came to New Orleans with Frenchmen, and they were dealing with the Native American women until they started to bring wives who were ex-prisoners out of the jails in France, and they were reproduced with them to make the Creoles, the mulatto, octoroon, quadroon Creoles.
Yes, that is what we were.
That's what you were. Okay, so you say that you're Creole, right? Do you know that the Haitians, who are the fathers of the Creoles, not all, but I would say predominantly. So who are they then? Who are they? Go and elaborate. Go and elaborate.
The Creoles are the Canadians.
The Creoles? No. The Cajuns are the Canadians that came over that were exiled. Yeah. No, Cajuns came from Canada. They came from Acadia.
Acadians come from Canada.
So, all right, the Cajuns came directly from France to New Orleans.
No, they worked their way down to Mississippi.
They came from where?
They came from France and Africa.
So the Cajuns came from France and Africa? No, they didn't, man. Cajuns are Cajuns are so-called white people. They didn't come from Africa.
They call themselves white.
They didn't come from Africa. Like I know what you mean. I know what you're getting at, because it's true. The Cajuns.
Oh, I'm sorry.
The Cajuns.
In the Bible, you probably got some better business than me.
What you mean?
I'm gonna tell you, a New Orleanian is a New Orleanian. They're sweet, they're kind, they're mean, but they're still the people. You know what I'm saying? Everybody who's from New Orleans, still black, still white, still Latino, whatever. What?
I feel you, man. I feel you.
No, go ahead,
But anyway, I'm gonna tell you this, right? The Creoles and the Cajuns descend from so-called black men from the tribe of Levi, from the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel. So if you're a true Creole, no, I'm a Hebrew Israelite. We read the Bible, we don't read the Quran. The Quran is a farce. The Quran is a carbon copy of the Bible.
So you're a Christian?
Well, let me put it like this: the Quran is a cheap carbon copy of the Bible. I'm not a Christian, because Christianity has to do with religion. A Christian is an inheritance to the religion known as Christianity.
You don't mind?
I'm a Hebrew Israelite, right? So an Israelite is a person that's an Israelite by the genealogy. Okay? You're Israelite by your genealogy.
If I remember correctly in the Bible, the first son of fucking Chaboy was the slave girl.
You said Jaboy.
The guy created all fucking...
You drunk, man? You a little bit been drinking?
No, it's not about drunk. It's like I know.
But you've been drinking a little bit, right? Be honest. You've been drinking a little. Hey, so you having a reminiscent of Bourbon Street right now, huh?
I'm a Buddhist. I personally.
You a Buddhist?
I have been born a Buddhist.
So you don't believe in God, huh? You don't believe in the Most High. You don't believe in the Heavenly Father.
You are wrong on even thinking that. Buddhists believe in God.
So okay, so you believe in God. So you believe in God, but you commit yourself to the philosophy of Buddhism, and you don't believe in the Bible.
No. A Buddhist can believe in anything he wants to.
Mm-hmm. Supposedly.
Buddha says that everybody has a religion. The strength comes from your own strength.
Okay, so if you believe in God, but you don't believe in the Bible, then you're going off, man. Because in the Bible, I know you said that already, because in the Bible, it has so many truths in the Bible that can only relate that this book, this Holy Bible, is the truth.
Well, tell me,
Is the truth. Prophecies, the commandments are so righteous and pure. You see American society are not following none of the Lord's statutes and commandments today. And that's why everything is in disarray in this country. Everything is out of order. Everything is in disorder. A lack of morals, a lack of civility. But if the people in America will keep the laws of the Most High, not the 10 commandments, but the 613 commandments, then this place will be all right. But it's not all right because they don't keep the Lord's commandments. What's up?
What is the point?
The point is, when you go ahead and you believe in God, you gotta follow His guidelines. You gotta follow His guidelines. And in Buddhism, you don't follow His guidelines because you don't keep the 613 commandments. Do you keep the commandment of the Passover? Do you keep the commandment of the Sabbath day?
The 10 commandments that originally happened.
Do you smoke cigarettes? You do drugs? Do you shave?
I do.
You're supposed to have a beard on your face. One of the Lord's commandments. You're making yourself an unnatural man. Yeah. No, in the scriptures, if you're able to grow a beard, you're supposed to have a beard, man. That's part of the Lord's law. It's part of the commandments, bro.
Oh, you want to fight on me? I'm about religion.
I ain't fighting with you. I'm debating with you in civility. I'm dealing with you in order. If I was fighting with you, I'll be saying you a dumbass, you a fool, you an idiot, and etc. I'm just dealing with you how a brother should deal.
Let me ask you, am I wrong for just being myself?
You can't be yourself. You got to be the way that God wants you to be.
Yeah, but
you got to be righteous.
Is what God wants me to be.
You can't be wicked. You got to be righteous, man.
I'm not wicked, but are you?
If you don't keep God's commandments, you're wicked. Then you're supposed to keep the commandments to the best of your ability, bro. All right. So let me see.
What would you tell me? I'm a Buddhist. What would you tell me?
All right. This is the book of Leviticus, the 19th chapter, verse 27. Well, you should know this. Ye shall not round the corners of your heads, no lineups, neither shalt thou mar the corners of thy beard. So if it says to not mar thy corners of thy beard, line your beard up, it means you're supposed to have a beard in the first place. If you're capable of growing a beard, you're supposed to grow your beard out, man. You're not supposed to get any lineups as well either. And it's obvious that you could grow a beard. I can see the shaving, I can see the aftershave, man. You're like a little boy. That's why God said you're supposed to have a beard on your face. You look like a little boy. Honestly, you look like a homosexual, man. You homosexual? That's why you gotta have a beard on your face. You're gonna have men hitting on you and shit, man. And you already know that ain't right. Leviticus 20:13. If a man also lie with mankind as he lied with a woman, both of them had committed an abomination. There shall surely. All right, hold on, you gotta get some room, bro. Get some room, bro.
I don't want you to be right next to me.
I know you drunk, but leave me some room, all right?
Giving you this idea.
Leviticus 20:13. If a man also lie with mankind as he lied with a woman, both of them had committed an abomination. They shall surely be put to death. Their blood shall be upon them. I'm reading to you right now the law towards homosexuals. That's for homosexuals, but guess what? You look like a homosexual. You look like a homosexual. In all honesty. Well, read I'm about to get you one scripture right here. This is in Corinthians. You're not supposed to look like, if you're not a homosexual, you're not supposed to look like a homosexual as well either, man. All right? That's part of the Lord's commandments as well too. All right? This is the book of 1 Corinthians. Listen, 1 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 9. Know ye not that the unrighteous shall not inherit the kingdom of God? Be not deceived. Neither fornicators, nor idolaters, nor adulterers, nor effeminate like you. You got no beard on your face. You look like a bati boy. You gotta grow your beard, bro, like a little boy. Or even worse, a little girl. Grow your beard out, man. Like you blow rods. Any goddamn way, man. All right? It says, nor idolaters, nor adulterers, nor effeminate, nor abusers of themselves with mankind, nor effeminate men, nor actual homosexuals that abuse themselves with other men. Like gay men so-called having sex. That's evil. That's Satan, man. Those are evil spirits. To be a homosexual, to be a lesbian, those are evil spirits dealing with Satan, man. For you to desire and lust after another man that is a drag queen or a so-called transsexual,